This is a crucial state. You just heard Hillary Clinton say your campaigns are talking to each other about another debate. You've asked for one. Of course, as you're aware, earlier today, a Clinton campaign spokesman said your requests for more debates are a quote-unquote publicity stunt. Do you think she's serious about debating you?
I certainly hope so. Look, there are huge issues facing this country. Our middle class is disappearing. Grotesque levels of income and wealth inequality. A campaign finance system that is corrupt, and a broken criminal justice system. And in New York State, there are additional problems. So I would hope that we would have a good debate. My understanding is she would like to do it in Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn. Let's do it.
Game on for Brooklyn.
Game on.
The other big news, of course, you heard at the top of the program. You saw the video today from a Trump rally, but of course, Donald Trump's campaign manager charged with a simple battery for an altercation with a reporter recently. Moments ago, he just defended that campaign manager. He said, "I know it would be easy for me to discard people. I don't discard people." Should Donald Trump fire Corey Lewandowski?
Well, let's see what happens in the legal process. He has been charged, and we don't find people guilty until you go through a process. But my campaign manager does not assault female journalists. Let me just say that.
You know, John Kasich came out and said he would, if this had happened to him, he would go ahead and fire his campaign
but
manager.
Let me just,
if the roles are reversed, would you? Or
well,
would
let
you
me
wait
just
for the
say this. Let me just say this. What has concerned me very much about Donald Trump is the edginess of calls to violence around his campaign. What I found absolutely shocking, not only this campaign manager's action, but he was prepared, or at least indicated that he was prepared, to pay the legal fees for somebody who quite openly sucker punched somebody, right, knocked them down. And when you say you're going to pay the legal fees for somebody who commits a gross act of violence, what you're really telling your supporters is that violence is okay. But Aaron, to me, all of that stuff is interesting political stuff. But what we are trying to focus on in this campaign are the issues that impact the American people, which frankly is why I think our campaign is doing so well. And one of the key issues that we are dealing with is a rigged economy in which millions of people today are working longer hours for lower wages, a broken trade system. Right here in Wisconsin, tens of thousands of jobs have been lost because companies shut down here, moved to Mexico, moved to China. We need a trade policy that works for workers, not just the CEOs of large corporations.
Now, you're obviously making this case here in Wisconsin. You had the landslide wins on Saturday, right, in 3 crucial states. Yeah. Now you're here in Wisconsin. It's huge, right? You've got 86 delegates at stake,
absolutely.
96 if you count the ones up for grabs. Are you going to win Wisconsin? Are you confident?
I'm never into speculation. I will tell you that the night of the election, all right? I'll tell you exactly what the results are, but it's silly to be talking about it. All I can say is we're going to work very, very hard. We have a lot of volunteers here in the state. We're going to be knocking on doors. We're going to be making phone calls. And our message about the need to create an economy that works for all people is, in fact, resonating here in Wisconsin. I think you're going to see us do very well.
So one of the arguments that you're making on that front, right, is free college. And it's something that...
No.
Free public
You see, every time I'm on a show, somebody says free college. It is free tuition at public colleges and universities.
Okay, so on that front, though, because it is important how you word it, you know, your plan, we have a federalist system, right? You would be chipping in money to the states, and they would then have the decision to make. Hillary Clinton says that's just not going to happen in a state like Wisconsin. Well, let me just play what she said basically about you this afternoon. Here she is.
His plan depends upon governors like your governor putting in a lot of money. Now, I got to tell you, having followed from afar the wrecking ball that Scott Walker has used against higher education, I don't think it's all that realistic to say, well, you'll get free college as long as Scott Walker chips in about, you know, about $300 million.
I mean, Scott Walker turned down $500 million in Obamacare.
Okay, let me just say the danger. Let me just say this. Number one, in the year 2016, we have got to recognize that a college degree is pretty much the equivalent of what a high school degree was 50 years ago. The world has changed, the economy has changed. We need to have the best educated workforce in the world. Young people should not be denied the opportunity because they don't have the money or they should not have to leave school $50,000, $100,000 in debt. So we do believe, I do believe very strongly in making public colleges and universities tuition free. Now, what Secretary Clinton says is that Scott Walker may not go along with that. Well, you know what happens to the state of Wisconsin if he does not?
What?
California will, Vermont will, states all over this country will, and young, bright people will be leaving Wisconsin. And I think the people of Wisconsin will tell Scott Walker, you know what, this will be a disaster for the future of our state. Because when kids leave, sometimes they don't come back. So I think the idea is sound. It is paid for, Aaron, by a tax on Wall Street speculation. When Wall Street's illegal behavior destroyed our economy, middle class bailed them out. It is now time for them to help the middle class.
What about, though, the issue on terms of the pure pay-fors, right? You know, when during the midst of the financial crisis, when people said, let Bank of America go under, let them go under, they don't deserve to survive. You know, you're not just talking about the tens of thousands of people that would have worked for that bank, but also the millions of Americans that had owned shares of that bank in their 401k, their IRA.
Well, what
Those
it was,
millions of Americans own stocks now, middle-class Americans,
Yeah.
who could end up paying for this.
No, the vast majority of that speculation tax will be paid by upper income people, and that's the way we've designed it. But at the end of the day, look, this campaign is not your typical campaign. It's not your Hillary Clinton campaign. We are thinking bigger and bolder. Now you tell me, if Germany can provide, in fact, free college education, Scandinavia can do it, other countries around the world can do it, why can't we do it? Why can't we have the best educated workforce in the world, which we're going to need if our economy is to survive? And let me also add this. In the last 30 years, there has been a massive transfer of wealth from the middle class to the top 0.1%. Now, I know you don't talk about it too much in the media, but that is the fact. We're talking about trillions of dollars. So yes, I am running for president and am telling the top 0.1% they are going to have to pay more in taxes.
And just a question, though, to take a step back about the whole idea. You say you want the best educated workforce. When you look at the top-ranked countries, you're looking at places like Canada, like South Korea, like Japan. All of them require people to pay, in most instances, about what people pay here for public education.
Trust me, I mean, people are going to be paying for Harvard and Yale and all kinds of private schools. The way I see it, Aaron, is that right now, and for the last 100 years, we have had public education which says that no matter what your income is, right, you're rich or poor, you can go from the first grade to the 12th grade for free. We take it for granted. All I am saying is that in the year 2016, with a radically changing economy where young people need more education, let's extend that concept beyond the 12th grade through public colleges and universities.